Let's talk about Ethan Hunt. No, not that Ethan Hunt. This Ethan Hunt right here, who's supposed to be from Melbourne, Australia, and last known to be in China somewhere. He promoted 3 crowdfunding campaigns on Indiegogo, so let's take a look at them. This is the iMac reinvented. It was an innovative device that was supposed to take a standard iMac available at the time and turn it into a touch-screen device. Take a gander at the promotional video put out at the time.
Hello and welcome to our exciting new project. At Convert to Touch, we've reinvented the iMac. We introduced Convert to Touch, C to T for short.
Don't you just love that Tinker Toy music playing in the background? Really professional, wasn't it? Anyway, the video goes on to show how easy it is to install the converter onto the iMac and operate various functions in a thrilling and professional manner. Watching this, you can't help but be impressed by the range of functions you can now control without touching a mouse or keyboard, just the screen on the computer. The millennium for computer control had arrived. For some reason, this particular campaign seems to have failed, at least if you look at the number of backers and the actual amount funded. But was it really? Notice those 2 words at the bottom of the funding box: flexible goal. Many people do not know even now that this is something that Indiegogo set up so that even if the campaign does not reach the target goal, all money collected is still dispersed to the campaigners. The backers in turn have no say at all in what happens. They are along for the ride no matter what. What backers there were got advised by Ethan Hunt on July 30th, 2013 that he was trying to secure alternative financing, but was having issues in doing so. There were no updates made for the iMac reinvented Convert to Touch device after that. Ethan Hunt's story does not end there, however. See the promotional video used on Indiegogo for the microphone, a very successful crowdfunding campaign that never needed to touch the flexible goalpost. Amazing how the fingers on that hand always were able to remain exactly in the same position for every one of those images, eh? With this campaign, Hunt was raking in some real money, pulling in over $182,000 from over 2,600 backers. Some phones got delivered, but most sadly were not. Those backers were left twisting in the wind in frustration, as you can see from the comments section still up in 2017, which is years later than their projected delivery date. We're still not finished with the crowdfunding scams of Ethan Hunt. He also took a plunge into the hot category that is known as 3D printers. Say hello to Rapid Light. At any given time on crowdfunding platforms, ranging from Indiegogo to Kickstarter to just about any other you can name, you'll find someone is trying to get funding to produce a 3D printer. This despite the fact that there are a large number of 3D printers already on the market and available for delivery right now. The usual way that these things attract backers like moths to a flame is by offering a low price tag. Rapide was no exception. After producing an incredibly small number of units that were nowhere near the number of quality or the number period to satisfy the backers of this dream product, suddenly Hunt was claiming in an update that somehow they were locked out of the factory that was to produce them and were still trying to negotiate being able to re-enter and start production. That still hasn't happened. This would be the usual chain of events that happens with almost everything that Hunt has been involved with in crowdfunding. It's never his fault. It's always some conditions that are totally beyond his control. That's not to say that his backers took it lying down, but as usual, all they could do is spend their frustration impotently on the comments section on Indiegogo for the campaign. Don't think that his victims have always been crowdfunding backers. He has apparently also been scamming money for ages from large-scale clientele who prepaid for services from his firm, a name I'm not even going to try and pronounce. Just take a look at this entry in a Chinese-based factory review site and you'll see what we mean. It paints a pretty damning picture of a person who basically takes money from everyone and then fails to deliver. That seems to be his modus operandi. So, how do you prevent yourself from losing money to a man like this in crowdfunding? Short of never participating in any type of crowdfunding campaign ever again, take the time to know who you're dealing with and dig in with research to find out the kind of person you're dealing with as well. Meanwhile, be assured that Ethan Hunt has been reserved a very hot place in crowdfunding hell.